June 22nd, 9:51 a.m. District Court. Defendant Noby number 3.
Nick,
Yeah?
did you know that Von Karma's daughter is only 18? Just like me?
Yeah, she sure is 18. Although she definitely looks like she's in her early 20s. Yeah. Why?
I was just thinking about how strong she is. I mean, she's been in Germany all this time all by herself, and she's so grown up.
Yeah, and I'm sure she felt a lot of pressure from her father's reputation. That probably is the gist of it, yeah.
And then you look at me, and, well, I'm the daughter of the master, but I'm still just a little girl. And on top of that, I'm the suspect in a murder trial.
But I think you're really strong too, Maya, for all you've gone through. The only way is to go up, Maya. All of this happened because someone took advantage of you, not because you were at fault. I mean, when we first went to the village, all we heard were praises of you and how popular you were. And, well, if we are to think of that this murder never happened, I'm pretty sure you would have been successful with the seance. Just saying.
Good morning!
Hey there, pros! Did you have to run all the way here for more than 5 hours?
You two of you look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you. Hey! Morning party! You'll be safe today, Mystic Maya. Huh? What do you mean? My brother's coming today to show his support. Yeah, that's right, party.
Hey, pros.
Yes, Mystic?
Do you think you could do me a big favor? Could you channel Mia today too?
Huh? I said I was hoping to sit in the audience today and watch.
Please, it's very important to me. I don't feel confident enough without her help.
Mr. Nick, that's enough. You cannot show weakness in front of the person you love.
Well, that's not actually it.
But Benny, not this again.
Please, can you do this for us, pros?
Alright. I'll do it. I'll do it for Mystic Maya's sake. See you later then. I'll leave you two to your alone time.
Phew, thank goodness.
Nick?
This way, pros won't be able to see today's trial.
What do you mean? What's going on?
Long story. Best if you see it for yourself in the trial. I guess in Nick's eyes, this is done to soften the blow a little bit. I mean, I do believe in facing the truth, no matter how ugly it is. But with Pearls, who is a child as well, that's quite a difficult case. June 22nd, 10 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The defense's mage is ready, Your Honor. Back for some more magical shenanigans. The show must go on. Cussing! Let's start already. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I look forward to tonight's news with great joy. The image of your defeated face will be transmitted all over the world. All over the world, huh? Sounds like you made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix. And yet Nick is still gonna be a doormat for a lot of people. Don't be foolish. You foolish fool wearing the foolish clothes. The famous one is me.
I'm the prodigy who has never lost a case, since becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago. Naturally, the world's eyes are on me, as I conduct my first trial in this country. Uh-huh. That's nice, Miss Karma. Glad to see you in such a good spirits today, Miss Fey.
It is true what they say. Women really are scary when they fight. All I can say is...
Meow.
Now then, a very interesting theory was presented during yesterday's session.
Says the defendant could have left the channeling chamber, correct?
Yes. And this key is proof of that. This key, the only key to the channeling chamber, was not where it should have been.
Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before we begin.
Alright, let's hear it.
First off, you're gonna get whipped. And then afterwards I'm gonna say what I have to say.
Please don't.
The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of arrest, the defendant did indeed leave the room at one point.
What?
Eh?
But, Ms. Karma, then how do you explain this picture? Are you saying then that the person in this picture is not the defendant?
I never said that wasn't the defendant.
Then what is the meaning of this?
All I'm saying is that Maya Fey, after killing the victim, exited the room. And I believe that is when she dropped this key.
Can you substantiate your claim? Yeah, I mean, how is that possible when we just entered the channeling chamber room? Like after the murder? Teleportation spell?
Isn't that what I'm here for? The prosecution would like to call the defendant's aunt, Morgan Fey, to the stand. Just as I suspected, Aunt Morgan. Poor Mia. She seems really torn by this. You know, just a little side note over here. When Maya first channeled Mia back a long time ago, I did get used to Maya, like a Maya version of Mia of some sorts. I don't know how to express this. I did get used to the spirit channeling when Mia was inside Maya's body. With a grown-up version of Pearls, this is quite difficult for me to digest, but I guess that will take some time too. Mainly because it's Pearl, for Pete's sake. Witness, name and occupation. My name is Morgan Fey, and I'm a spirit medium, in a matter of speaking.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but what do you mean, in a matter of speaking?
I don't think anyone really cares. Now then, after the murder took place, you kept watch over the defendant, correct? Yes, that is correct. I performed the spirit severing technique on Mystic Maya then.
The spirit severing technique?
A technique to remove a spirit from a body and send it back to the other world, that is.
A very powerful magic technique. All you need is a lot of MP, courage, and whoosh! A rolling pin to hit them in the head and make them sleep. It is guaranteed to send their spirit to the other world. 60% of the time it works, every time. Yes, that is.
You, be quiet! Now, witness. Something happened while you were performing this technique, correct? Yes, that is correct.
What in the world could have...
Mystic Maya. She escaped from the room.
Really now? What?
And here recounts the heart of the matter. Maya Fey, while in a possessed state, managed to escape from the channeling chamber.
Order! 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 Miss Fey, please testify to this court what happened during that time.
Your Honor, I will try my best. I think someone just upped the ante on this trial.
Alrighty then, let's see about this escape of Maya's.
After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand, and she was in a daze. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck, and I fainted for a short while. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that.
Why have you hidden this until now?
I did not wish to cause more trouble for Mystic Maya. However, I must correct falsities when they arise. That's right. She's simply correcting a falsity, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Why is she making it a point to take a stab at me? Never mind. That is because she would really want to stab you, Nick. Both figuratively and literally. It's like those stage moments when you put someone inside a huge box and stab the box with swords, and by the end of it, the one inside the box will still be fine. Though in Francisca's case and yours, she will make sure that you won't be fine, Nick. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
My aunt is a very smart and sly person. It's going to be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony.
Hard, but not impossible. Mia?
After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door and entered the chamber.
Just now you said those two. Who were the two people you are referring to?
I was referring to that foreign lady, and yourself, good sir.
Lala's not a foreigner, despite how she talks.
Oh, is that so? I'm sorry. I simply could not understand her atrocious English. Not to mention she looked awful.
Hey, come on now. I can already see people in the heart of like gearing up for a riot. World War III is about to begin. The big war between the Heartlandians and the evil witches of the spirit world.
In any case, I have already sent the repair bill to your office, Mr. Wright.
Oh, thanks. Okay, well, that's quote-unquote nice. What did you do after that, Miss Fey?
I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police.
Was it really necessary to have two people do something so simple as call the police? If there was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind. Yes, that is a very good point.
A very good point, yeah. At that time, I myself was a little confused. On top of which, there was another.
Another what?
Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself.
I want to hear the end of that sentence. In that case, question it further. There was another reason you wanted both of us out of that room, wasn't there? You must testify. Why did you chase us out of the room?
I simply did not wish for there to be more victims. The lives of both the good sir and that camera woman may be in danger, is what I thought to myself.
Whoa, that was very noble of you, Miss Fey. This is bad. Now people have a good impression of her and a bad one of us. Sneaky, sneaky witch. I will send my deadly army of bunnies after you.
Cousin! Cousin! Cousin!
Looks like she caught us napping. And that's my aunt for you. Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Miss Fey, please continue.
A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand, and she was in a daze.
During our investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the head. And this strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by this statement?
I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave you was a lie.
But why would you lie about something like that?
It is very painful for me to say this. However, the witness was lying to cover for the defendant.
She was covering for Maya? Huh. Tell us more. So, you are covering for the defendant?
Well, yes. He also later that I was informed of what had occurred. That the renegade Mystic Maya had done something very unexpected.
Something unexpected? What, pray tell, did she...
This witness didn't and couldn't have seen what happened. If you want to know what this unexpected thing was, there is always later.
Yes, very well. Why does it suddenly feel like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach? It can't be that you ate something bad this morning. Something that had a rock in it.
Now, witness, continue with what happened. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room.
Was it really that easy for her to escape from you?
I am ashamed to admit to such a thing, however. Yes.
But you are physically larger and stronger than the defendant. There is no way she could have escaped from you so easily.
Objection! Have you forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What about this picture? I remember that at the time, the defendant was not physically Maya Fey.
Growing old is such a mysterious thing. Trust me, I know firsthand. Indeed. Growing old, but also wise. I mean, you could very well pass for a very powerful wizard. If I am to cover my eye and put a wizard hat on you, you would look like Dumbledore.
Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still that of the nurse she had called.
But if she had run away, wouldn't you have given chase right away?
Well, yes, I would have. However, with great strength, she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while.
You fainted?
I became dizzy, and then collapsed onto the floor.
How long were you unconscious?
I'm not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps.
And the defendant almost certainly went somewhere in that time.
Happy? Witness, elaborate on that point for us. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that.
Is that because you were unconscious?
Why, yes.
Great, well, now what? Question her further! Oh, I mean, otherwise that would have been a really fast question and answer. So, while you were unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant went?
I would think that's obvious, good sir.
If that's true, then how can you know for sure that the defendant left the channeling chamber at all? Now that you mention it, I have to wonder myself.
It's true that the witness is not able to confirm this. But the key word here is this witness.
What do you mean by that?
It means she has another witness up her sleeve. That's what. It looks like Miss Von Karma is ready to move on to her next witness.
That's enough. From what I can tell, there is nothing wrong with this witness's testimony. And from what she has said, we can establish that Miles Fey did leave the chamber. I hope this isn't going to come back and bite us in the butt. More than likely.
Now, let's take the next logical step and ask. Where does the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber?
Yes. That is exactly what
Be quiet, you! Now then, what the escapee had done was, she had gone to speak with a certain person.
Why am I the only one getting whipped here anyway? She went to speak with someone? Who was it?
The prosecution calls Miss Ini Miney, who was sleeping in the side room at the time.
Ini Miney?
I think you can see where this is headed.
Already?
Witness, name and occupation. Okay. So my name is, Ini Miney. I'm, researching, parapsychology stuff at the, university.
What is this parapsychology?
Let's see. It's, I guess, most people call it occult stuff.
Even if that's what most people call it, I cannot say that I understand what that means.
Then I suggest you go home and research it yourself.
Yes, sir.
Now then, Miss Miney. After the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant, Miles Fey. Is this correct? Well... I guess. If that's the case, then let's hear your testimony. That is alright, isn't it, Your Honor?
Yes, sir. For the love of all things good, Your Honor, have some spine! For my sake! I mean, he does get whipped every 5 seconds or so. But he really needs some spine, otherwise it'll be much harder on us. Maybe a spell from my little book of witchcraft can help him. Let's see. Let me get the book from right over here. There you go. So, protection. Power of crystals. Okay, this one should be good. You'll need a small magnet, a pocket-sized bag, a red or pink candle, and your favorite perfume or cologne. Place the candle, the magnet, the bag, and the scent bottle onto your altar before you go out on your date. No, hold on. This is a spell to make you irresistible on a date. My bad. After the murder.
When the channeling started, I was sleeping in the side room. A little later, someone came into the room, really suddenly. It was oh my god, totally my sister. I hadn't seen her in so long. I was so happy in a sad way. My sister, she told me something totally terrible.
Now hold your horses, young lady. You're saying the person that entered was your sister? Don't you mean the defendant, Maya Fey?
Really now, Your Honor. Maya Fey was still in the middle of channeling at the time.
Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of this witness's sister?
Yes, Ini Miney. She was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic.
Oh, well, this is...
Witness. Yeah? In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. Why don't you tell the court what this terrible thing was? I sure would love to hear about it. Do I totally, really have to? Of course.
Miss Miney, please.
My sister, this is what she said to me. That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it, Ini?
She took her revenge? Are you sure that's what she said?
Yes. There. Are you satisfied, Your Honor?
I still cannot believe it. I cannot believe that the spirit will go so far as to use a medium to get revenge.
It is a bit hard to swallow. However, all the evidence and testimonies point to this as the truth. The end.
So, technically, it wasn't Maya that did it, but the spirit. Problem solved. Not guilty.
Let's go home.
What do you think, Mr. Wright? It certainly seems like all the loose ends are accounted for. This testimony just now, was it all made up? Was it just one huge lie?
Of course it was, Phoenix.
But Mia, what do you mean?
It's well constructed. But that's all it is. But even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find that one loose thread and unwind that tapestry of lies.
Your Honor, there is room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine this witness. We believe that our cross-examination will reveal the real truth behind this murder.
You got that right, Nick, my boy. The show must go on. Yet again, the foolish fool spouts out more foolishly foolish drabble. I wonder if you'll make this one more entertaining than the last.
Alright then. We shall definitely do that, Francisco.
When the channeling started, I was sleeping in the side room.
Was that because of your, sesame allergy, was it?
That's right. I think there were some sesame seeds, in the lunch they served that day. I had this, premonition that it was going to totally be a seedy day.
I don't get it. Oh wait, no, I don't get it.
Yes, indeed.
Huh? I see. Wait, you got it? Am I the only one who missed the boat here? Oh, thank God! I'm not the only one here. Anyway, so you were taking a nap. Did something happen while you were sleeping?
Like, a little later, someone came into the room, like, really suddenly.
Do you know the time?
Like, maybe a little before 11 a.m.? Something like that, I think.
11 a.m.?
Yeah, like, my stomach is totally ready for, like, food.
No, I think you misunderstood me. I'm not asking what time it is now. Oh, that's what you... Pfft, wow. I meant what time was it when the someone came into your room?
Oh, so, like, that's what you meant. Like, you should have been more, like, clear about it.
Sorry, my bad. Knowing the past witnesses we had, Nick, you should know better.
Nah, it's okay. Like, it's really...
That's it? Why did you stop mid-sentence again?
Did I? So, like, what was I talking about again?
Never mind.
Witness. About this person who entered the side room. It was like, oh my god, totally my sister.
Are you absolutely sure?
I guess.
You guess? Was it or was it not your sister who entered?
Like, I don't know. I mean, like, I totally don't know your sister at all, Mr. Smith.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, that's... Ugh. First off, my name is not Mr. Smith. Second, I'm an only child. He thinks, as he continues pointing at the witness. God, this is what my career has been reduced to? Talking to people like her? Actually, what the fuck am I even saying? I crossed the exam with a bird in the past. That ship has sailed a long time ago. But more than that, she's managed to mess up the questioning with her answer. Well, Mr. Smith, Mr. Wright. The defense rests.